came to me 10 o'clock at night in the dark while I was putting things into my car. He came up behind me and said, "Hey, you got to give me $3,000 or you're not going to get the title to that car." It actually really frightened me. I texted my daughter and said, "Could you please come back? He is appearing at night in the dark." At the time, I said, "You know, it's illegal to sell a car with a lien on it." And he said, no, we had an arrangement. Tracy owed me money, but she never paid it, which I knew was not true.
What are you referring to? It's illegal to sell.
So if you knowingly sell a car, there's a lien on it. That's illegal in the state of Oregon. It's called title jumping. And so I made him aware of that. I began texting him after that. I tried to be as courteous and as compassionate as possible. I was aware that his parents died. I thought, I wanted to extend him every opportunity to make this right. I have a series of text exchanges between the two of us. And twice he offered to get the title. He said, "Forget the $3,000. I'm going to have gold delivered, $1 million in gold delivered on Saturday."
I saw that text. Was it ever delivered?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's on its way.
Gold?
Yeah.
$1 million in gold?
Yes, sir.
Lucky man. You're a lucky man. Judge Tewalda.
Ms. Lovely, there are some statements made in your complaint that he gave Tracy the keys and said he would give her the SUV title within the next couple weeks. Tracy contacted Shawn and demanded that he sign and hand over the title. How do you know all this? Were you very close to
We spoke
Tracy?
every night at 10 o'clock. I was very concerned that if something happened to her because of her health, there would be no one to help her. So I've called 911 4 times for her. And in fact, when she didn't call me, that's when I called the police and asked them to check on her, do a welfare check.
So you spoke every day and she'd catch you up on her day?
She told me pretty much everything. The exception to that was that I had advised her not to have any dealing with this man. And I have text messages that show that. At one point, she was afraid of him because he called her the C word. This is an elderly woman. He called her that. And I suggested that she change the locks in her house, so she did that, and she asked another neighbor to look out for her in case he came by.
Oh.
And then a few months after that, she started telling me he was doing work again and that, he was sorry and that he felt bad that he had called her those names. And I recommended multiple alternatives, that she talk to other contractors to get estimates, etc., stuff like that, and not work with him. She said, "Well, I'm old, I don't have anyone else. I live 5 hours away, so I wasn't able to come down and help her immediately with things." So she kind of felt like that was the only person she could turn to.
Did she run the idea of buying a car from the defendant by you?
She did not tell me she bought it from him.
Until she did? And she gave you details in terms of the cost?
Did. She actually told me she had taken her Kia that was brand new. She had a mild rear ender, so she'd taken that to Star Auto Body to get that fixed. And when she was there, they told her, "Hey, COVID, used cars are going for a lot of money. You could get a lot more money for this." So what she told me was that, hey, I was able to sell my Kia for a lot more, almost $20,000, and I bought this Buick for $10,000. So she was very specific about all of the details. She just knew I didn't trust him and didn't like him, and I thought he took advantage of her many, many times.
Mr. Donovan, you claim that y'all were next-door neighbors. How long had you known Tracy?
About 26 years.
26 years, and you have not one shred of evidence, any sort of communication with her in those 26 years that you could show us? Anything?
No. Everything's all word of mouth. I did stuff for her. She'd show up as soon as I pull up in my yard. And then, "I need you up here to do this for me. I need you to do this for me." I was at her beck and call.
Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you.
No, nothing.
All right, thank you both very much. We'll excuse you while we deliberate in this matter.
Ms. Lovely, you had all the right evidence. You had all the things we want to see, especially under the circumstances where Mr. Donovan has one version of events. You, unfortunately, really only have hearsay from your friend. But the evidence, the bank statement, the balance in her account, supported logically the story that you were telling. We believe the sale was for $10,000. We believe that this $3,000 was an afterthought. You have asked for either the SUV title or an SUV sale refund. We can't really order anybody, especially a third party who may have rightful entitlement to this title, to give you the title. But we're going to do our best to try to order that you have both. So we are going to give you your $5,000 refund. And to the extent it proves at all helpful, we are ordering that the car is yours. Now, that won't necessarily help you as against a third party who had a superior lien, but as between the folks here, we're awarding you the vehicle.
Thank you.
So the verdict of the court is in your favor, Ms. Lovely, for $5,000 and an award of the vehicle.
Thank you.